What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. So, I just watched All Access Mayweather Maidana episode 2, and I want to give you my boxing review of it. And I liked it. I'll honestly say Showtime, both in their fights and their specials related to boxing at least, they're definitely catching up or getting close to surpassing HBO. HBO's 24/7 Pacquiao Bradley, it was cool, but it was kind of boring. I think possibly because of the storyline, because neither one is really extravagant. And as much as people hate Floyd Mayweather for being flamboyant and flashy, I mean, it makes for entertainment. You know what I mean? Especially when you got him pitted against a Marcos Maidana, who are basically polar opposites in a lot of way. And they showed that early on in this episode. They showed Mayweather with Robin Leach, Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. He came over to Mayweather's Big Boy Mansion and was kind of doing a tour and doing some of his narration. And I'm pretty much convinced that not only does Mayweather, I think some of it's Mayweather, but I think a lot of times when they're doing these specials, both 24/7 and Showtime, All Access, I really feel that the media propagates and like they're the ones that are advocates for showing Mayweather's wealth and showing his money and showing the flashy shit because they know it's going to increase ratings and it's going to get more people to hate him or whatever the reason. And don't get me wrong, I've talked to rich people, people who are loaded, multi-millionaires and whatnot. And rich people, if there's anything, a lot of them, if you get to talking to them, not just they're going to air out all their finances and stuff, but if you get to talking to them, they love to talk about what they own and what they've acquired. So, I mean, I don't really blame Mayweather. I mean, he's part of it, but I think the other part that's always overlooked is Showtime, HBO, the networks, because they start the episode off with stuff like this, the flashy, the Bugattis and the Maybachs and the cars and the jewelry laid on a table and asking them questions. I think they do that for ratings. So I think it's a combination. It's not just Mayweather wanting to show it off. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't mind showing off what he's earned, but I think the media has a big piece in that. You know what I mean? It's just like if you watch the news, there'll be an educated person and there'll be a crackhead and a fire breaks out and then they'll interview Sweet Brown, the person who looks like the crackhead with gold teeth in their mouth. You know what I mean? As opposed to the other bystanders. They probably interview all of them, and then the one that's the most like coonish or the one that's the most ignorant, that's the one they're gonna air. Like, dear Lord Jesus, I thought it was a fire. Ain't nobody got time for that. You know what I mean? They're gonna air that. So the media, they do shit for ratings. You know what I mean? They have hidden agendas and they show you what they want to show. Back to the episode, I enjoyed it. I think All Access is getting better in terms of the pacing of it, the narration of it, the cinematography, everything. So I really like the episode. Again, they start off by showing you the contrast between Mayweather's lifestyle and Maidana. Maidana seems just like more or less a homebody, a country boy. He likes his guns. That's why he has that pistol tattooed on his side. And he likes to go hunting. He likes to go fishing, real outdoorsy. And they show him back at home in Argentina before he came back out to Oxnard. And he's spending time with family and his newborn child, his newborn daughter. And they're barbecuing, playing cards, and more of the simple life. And then Mayweather, when they started him, obviously he's with Robin Leach. And they're showing him gloating and talking about all his assets. One thing that I really liked in the episode was they show the price you pay as a celebrity. And Eminem talked about this in the song The Way I Am. And he's like, I can't even take a shit without somebody standing by it. You guys got to understand, to be this level of a celebrity, you got people who hate you, people who like you, and you're always under the microscope, so to speak. So I like how Showtime showed Mayweather back at home in Vegas, and there was a mob of people just around. Security was around. He was at Fat Burger just trying to eat. And over the guardrails, there's this white dude who was just yelling stuff like, oh, he's scared of Pacquiao. He's scared of Pacquiao. And his girl was like, you're cocky. And the funny thing to me with Mayweather is Mayweather, people who hate him, majority of them, not majority, but some of them don't know shit about boxing. Like, I mean, obviously I can't look at someone and tell them what their knowledge of boxing is, but the dude barely could even say Pacquiao's name. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you're scared of Pacquiao. You're scared of Pacquiao. And then she's like, you're cocky. And it's funny to me because the people that know nothing about boxing are the ones that always say that. You're scared of Pacquiao. You're scared, you're cocky. Like, so fucking what? What does he do in the fight? That's what I really care about with all boxers. Adrian Broner flushing money, I might talk about it, but I don't care. Does he show up when it's time to fight? That's what I really care about. And it's funny because the people, again, who don't really follow the sport always have the most to say. Ask them who Lomachenko is. Ask them who Richard Brill is. Ask them about Gary Russell Jr. and his last couple opponents. You know what I mean? Ask them about Keith Thurman's, Sean Porter's, and Anthony Joshua's, and you know what I mean? People like that. They're not going to know shit about those people. They probably don't even know who Carl Froch is. And it's funny to me because those are the ones that always are the most vocal, both in forums and they showed on the Showtime special in public. Stick to what you know. That's all I say. If you want to learn more about boxing, get on the YTBC. A lot of great channels. Check them out. Study the game, and then make your assessments. Like I said this before, this analogy before. I don't listen to like Justin Bieber, One Direction. That's not me. That's not my cup of tea. Therefore, you don't see me on Justin Bieber videos and One Direction videos and Zac Efron clips and shit. You know what I mean? You won't find comments of me, my comments on those videos because I don't know shit about them. I don't care. It's not my forte. It's not my cup of tea. You know what I mean? But it's funny. I feel like boxing more so than other sports, people have like an ounce of information about the sport of boxing as a whole. You know what I mean? They probably think Canelo's real name is Canelo and shit. And those are the ones that get on these forums and they're the most vocal. So I don't care who you like. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect my bank account. So we straight. But it was good to see that Fat Burger incident where people were like yelling obscenities or saying he's scared of Pacquiao. Just shows you that real life. The funniest part of this whole segment to me was when they were at a house party or like a barbecue in Oxnard after training camp. And Robert Garcia was like, did you see Pacquiao's mom in the Bradley 2 fight? That's what he was referring to, doing the witchcraft. And they're like, after we take down Mayweather, you want Pacquiao, Maidana? And Maidana was like, yes. And then the funny thing that Maidana said was he was eating food and he's just real chill. He said Pacquiao's mom in the witchcraft can't save Pacquiao. And now that's a hell of a fight. I would really love to see Marcos Maidana versus Chino. Oh, that makes no sense. Marcos Maidana versus Pacquiao. I think that's a good fight. I would like to see it. The other part that I liked in the episode, they showed a little bit about Alex Ariza and his methods. And he basically said he does everything from a scientific perspective. And they play the numbers game as opposed to doing a bunch of guesswork. So as far as the strength and conditioning, Alex Ariza, someone who I've interviewed, he was kind of showing a little bit of his method. So all in all, I liked the episode. Very different contrast in the lifestyles of Mayweather and Maidana, fighting kind of for different things. Both look like they're training hard. One thing I will say about Maidana, this is just something I observed, not a critique, and it might not even be an indication of how he fights. Just when he was doing the track and field work with Alex Ariza, from the clips they were showing, some of them were in slow motion, but to me, his footwork in those brief clips didn't look that great, and he looked pretty slow. So I think that's going to trouble him as far as fighting Mayweather, but we'll see. And I mean, before seeing those clips, I kind of felt that way anyway, based on the fighters that have had problems or given problems to Maidana. So let me know what you guys think. Again, the link is in the description. Watch it. Let me know what you guys think of this episode. Are you buying it? Are you streaming it? Let me know. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.